welcome to Mining Review Africa at DRC Mining Week 2024. Sir, thank you for joining us today. Please can you introduce yourself and the company that you represent?
Thanks for having me. My name is Yi Chen. I work for MMG. I'm now the acting general manager of MMG Kinsevere Mine in DRC.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you for joining us. Let's start with you. Can you share some insights into your professional trajectory in the mining sector and what led you to your current role?
Yeah, sure. I've been working in the mining industry for almost 15 years. I have a mining engineering background, so I started with my career by mining as an engineer, and I joined Minmetal's 12 years ago, and MMG, which is a Minmetal's subsidiary, 10 years ago. And 6 years ago, I joined the Kinsevere expansion project from Melbourne and Beijing, where our MMG's head office. That's when I began to engage with the Kinsevere mine. Okay. 4 years ago, I physically located to Kinsevere in DRC, and earlier this year, I've been promoted to this role.
Okay. Well, firstly, congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you.
But now, tell me about your company. Give us an overview of your core mining operations and key projects that are currently underway.
Yeah, sure. MMG is an international base metal company. We have operations across the world. In Peru, which is our flagship asset, Las Bambas mine, one of the top 10 copper mines in the world. We have also two underground zinc and lead mines in Australia, Dugald River and Rosebery. Recently, we acquired Khoemacau mine in Botswana. And Kinsevere is one of our core assets, which MMG acquired in 2012, 12 years ago. Okay.
Now, you mentioned Kinsevere being a very important asset for you. Now, let's look at the expansion project, or KEP, and also other expansion opportunities. How does KEP align with MMG's strategic vision for growth in the mining sector? And also, are there any other exciting opportunities with regards to expansion?
Yeah, sure. MMG is a mining company with a great vision. We're producing the critical minerals for this clean energy transition era, and copper and cobalt, which are the most critical metals for this transition. Of course, DRC is one of the most important produced countries for the critical minerals in the world. So the reason that MMG acquired Kinsevere in 2012 is not only for the asset, but we want to grow and further develop our presence in this copper belt. That's why we initiated this 600 million investment for the Kinsevere expansion, which will allow us to extend our mine life for another decade and to produce the low-grade sulfide primary copper with cobalt that will give us the better position to be a multi-plants complexity in the region as the center producer in the Kananga province.
Now, very much a theme at this year's DRC Mining Week is about how local communities can also benefit from the mining sector. But now let's look at MMG. Tell me, how do your mining operations contribute to socio-economic upliftment in the communities where you operate?
Yes, MMG is a ICM membership, so we always see high ESG performance as our priority. Talking about Kinsevere in DRC, have been operate here for over 12 years, and we see ourselves contribution in the following pillars. One, we are one of the largest taxpayer and royalty payer in the region, so we pay tax to our host country and royalty to DRC government and to our amalgamation partner, Gécamines. Secondly is we're creating jobs for the local community. MMG Kinsevere employed over 4,700 employees, and over 95% of them are national employees. Thirdly is we are the biggest local purchaser in terms of goods and service in the region. So we pay to our local suppliers, which will help to make the local economy boosting.
Okay. Now, we're talking about, socio-economic development, which is part of the whole ESG agenda. And an important part of that agenda is environmental sustainability. So tell me about your company's commitment to sustainable mining practices, and how do you ensure environmental stewardship in your operations?
Yeah, sure. Environment is part of our ESG strategy, and in 2022, MMG board approved the new social development framework, which means to better position MMG to this era of clean energy transition. So we committed ourselves to the net zero strategy, and we also have a very solid pathway towards that target. And at Kinsevere, we always see the clean energy as our priority to steer the environmental actions. And we work together with our partners now to promote more clean energy from the hydropower and solar power to the grid. And we also consider to build up a pilot plant for solar farm at Kinsevere, which is our very first step to introduce this solar clean energy into the mining business. We also have a very restricted environmental standard and procedure at Kinsevere, and we open our environmental data to the regulator. We also work together with the NGOs and the industry partners to make sure that we perform one of the highest standards in the region.
Okay. Now, finally, how does your company navigate the challenges associated with conflict minerals? And most importantly, how do you ensure ethical sourcing in your supply chain?
Well, if we talk about the conflict minerals concept, that's about triple T. That's more about the triangle at the Big Lake area instead of here at the Kananga Copper Belt. Yeah. But talking about responsible sourcing, that's where we pay a lot of attention to. MMG, as part of the supply chain to the clean energy transition, we see ourselves a responsible miner to the industry. So we have a very restricted standard to make sure that ourselves fulfills all the requirements. And when we provide the material in terms of copper and cobalt, we make sure that our downstream clients will be comfortable. And by achieving that, we make sure that the majority of material are sourced from our internal tenements. So we have a very restricted control. And recent years, we'll also expand to some third-party ores. But we make sure that all the supply will undergo a very restricted due diligence. Normally, it will last for 6 to 12 months to make sure that all the supply that we have meets with the requirement. We also introduced the modern slavery requirement to our supply chain to make sure that all the supply to MMG Kinsevere has a clean background.
Okay. Well, once again, Yi-Chen, congratulations on your recent promotion, and also well done to MMG for being such an important contributor to the DRC mining sector.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.